Thank y'all for chiming in. Townsend, come on into the assignment. How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? How are you feeling? Because how you feel will make a significant difference. But anyway, I had to come on in, and I will be leaving y'all with something this morning, which is a it might just be it might just be a task, if you will, that you're gonna have to do. And so at the same time, I am Kendrick B. Davis, Senior, your thought-provoking specialist, your health conscious coach, intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. And so at the same time, y'all can come in and gather around the table because you're going to have to do something to this table that I always talk about. As you gather around, ma'am, and as you understand the vibration by which I come and exude 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, in the 12 o'clock hour, I'm here speaking. You feel me? And so at the same time, I'm just operating my assignment. Basically, I'm just operating in my assignment. That's just the base. And, just to dwindle it all the way down to the core value of what's being said. I'm just operating within my assignment. And my assignment this morning is to tell you something, share something with you that we all going to have to do on our tables. And these are the tables of our thoughts and the tables of our understanding. These are the tables of our mindsets and the mindset shifts and the auras and the values and the worth by which we have to tap in. We're going to eventually have to tap in. And so with this table that I'm speaking of, ma'am, I'm just here to tell you that you might just have to organize it. That's the assignment. To organize your table. Hey, at the same time, I know y'all thought it was going to be something deep and profound. Hey, you heard me? I know y'all thought it was going to be something deep and profound and prolific and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't none of all that. You feel me? It's something basic. Basic that you're going to have to be cognitively aware of. That there's a table before your existence. There's a table. And on this table of your thoughts and on this table of your mind and on this table of your intellect, on this table of your value, on this table of your worth, you're going to have to pay attention to the table. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes in the middle of this paying attention to the table, especially if you're intentional about it, you know what I'm saying, you'll see that your table might just be, unorganized. And if it's unorganized, man, I'm here to tell you this morning. I'm here to tell you this afternoon, this evening, whatever day and whatever time by which you might see this session, it's time to organize your table. That's all I came to tell you, babe. You heard what I said, baby boy? That's all I came to tell you is to organize your table. That's it. It's going to come a time in this thing called life, through life's curriculums, that your table might just begin to get cluttered. It'll be cluttered full of thoughts and understandings and things that once served you. Things that once served you, yeah, they once were there, valid on the table at that time. Did you hear me? I say those thoughts and those understandings and those certain values that you held high on the table at one time in your life, they were valuable at that moment. They were valuable. They were accessible to you. You had to acknowledge that, you know what I'm saying? You had to acknowledge that particular, the presence of that thing. on the table at that moment. What's good, friend? A driller, Claude 111. What's up, Mary Odor? What's up with you? How's everything going? Gather around the table. Come on in. There's no reason not to gather around this table of your own ability, your own agility. You know what I'm saying? Create the space by which you're going to have to provide a certain thing to the table. And the things that has already is on your table already might just have to be organized and reorganized. Did you hear me? I say those things on that table. Whatever the things is that I speak of, that when you hear this, you understand what's being said, it's going to resonate in your spirit. You'll understand it further. You'll understand it better. And so that's when you know. That's when you understand. That's when you comprehend. That's when you'll tap into the ability to organize your own table. Just organize it. And in your thoughts and in your mind, you might have to organize it from the perspective by which is being given to you at the moment by which it's present. Those old things that no longer serve you, those limiting beliefs, those things that has hindered us along the way because we didn't feel as though we had, or we felt as though we were inadequate, or, you know what I'm saying, insufficient in any way. Some people feel that way throughout life, that they're insufficient and they're inadequate, that they don't have enough of what they need in order to become, in order to organize your table, the table of your own understanding. So this one, you don't have to go outside of yourself and gather people around. You just have to sit down with self. Did you hear me? I say sometimes you might have to sit down with self. Yeah, it's a beautiful space to be. You can sit down with yourself, sir. Did you hear me? I say when you have the ability to sit down with yourself and then have a conversation with self. Then that's a different level of understanding that will come. There's a different level of your internal man that will be awakened. Yeah. You ain't reaching outside of yourself no more for nothing. Everything that you have, everything that you understand, everything that you comprehend came from within. That's when you tap all the way in. That's when you have tapped all the way in, sir. Yeah, and so it's a beautiful space to be. And of course, y'all know, since it might as well be me. I say, since it might as well be me that will come and speak this over the lives and over the mind of the people, since the creator of all things on October 15th, 2022 said, open the laptop and speak into the mind of the people. I've been here on my assignment from that point. And so at the same time, I'm just thankful. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. Hey, listen, I'm just here to tell you that you're going to have to organize your thoughts, organize your table, organize your thinking capacity, organize it. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to how the thoughts in your mind are even worded against yourself. Did you hear me? I say the thoughts of your mind can be even worded wrong within yourself. Ooh-wee. That's just the truth of the matter. So you have to pay attention to your thoughts, sir. Pay attention to be intentional about your thoughts and how you allow your thoughts to even speak to you. I ain't sitting down here to say all this morning. But this is ministry for the mind. Did you hear me? I say this is a ministry for the mind. Since the Creator have dropped that in my spirit, told me to tell the mind of the people that this right here is a safe haven for them to come and share their thoughts and be real with themselves and understand their own and be intentional about your own awareness. Yeah, since you have the ability to do that here, ma'am, this is ministry for the mind. Help your mind stay cognitively aware of every thought that comes into your process, how you process information. Because at the same time, I don't know if anything outside of you, and I don't want to just say the world, but I think it's anything outside of you, because it could come down to society or community or even your immediate household might have different thoughts than you. But until you have the ability to tap into your own, till you have the ability to organize your own thoughts and your own understanding and organize your own table, yeah, that's when, dot. I say that's when, dot. Y'all come on in. Did you hear me? I said that's when, come on in and gather around the table. Y'all might as well come on in. I know. Y'all already here. And I understand that sometimes people will peep around the curtains of life. They're just peep around the curtains of understanding and peep around the curtains of your podcast and paying attention to what's being said from your perspective. Yeah, they'll peep. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be seen standing up and coming on in. But they'll peep around corners. Y'all come on in and get behind. Hey, get from behind them shower curtains. Like, hey, get on up from behind them shower curtains, man. Yeah, it's all good. This is Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. This is ministry for your mind. Help you get your thoughts together. Start your day. Start your brand new quarter off. This is the fourth quarter of the new year. Did you hear me? September is the fourth quarter of the new year. So, organize your thoughts. Get your mind all the way in the appropriate alignment of it all. Pay attention. Pay attention. Be connected to it, but yet be disconnected from it. Did you hear me? I say it's okay to be connected to it, but make sure you are also have the ability to be disconnected from it. Ooh-wee. You will understand it. You're chosen. You'll understand that as a chosen one. You'll understand it. You're going to have to be connected to it, but yet disconnected from it. And as we walk through this thing called life, as we walk through life's curriculums, we're going to have to be connected to it because we were doing the walking. And we done had to put shoe leather on our walk throughout this thing called life. We've had to put shoe leather, and some of our paths has always, you heard me, some of our paths has always been different from others' paths. But it don't make your path any more valuable, sir. A king, it don't make your path any more valuable because you've done it from a certain perspective. A king in the earth, it don't make your value any other less than because you've had to do it through other aspects of the earth. So at the same time, we just all had our own individualized fingerprints that has caused us all to have our own individual story. We all have our own story to tell in this thing called life. And so it's a beautiful thing to be here It's a beautiful thing to stand in your presence 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday in the 12 o'clock hour. I know I had to come on early this morning because at the same time, I have other things to do in that hour. But I had to come and say something to the mind of the people. Just like as I sat here and said, the Creator said, tell them I said to organize their table. Organize your own table. The table of your own thoughts. Just the table, your table. Sit down at your own table. And sometimes you might have to push everybody else away from the table, if there's anyone there in the first place. Because sometimes, hey, listen, if the truth be told, sir, hey, sometimes we be sitting at our own empty tables. I'm talking about as far as presence of other individuals, other human beings. Sometimes the Creator will keep you at your table of your own table. I know sometimes you're going to get up and walk around everybody else's table and see what's on everybody else's table, because everybody else's table has something different to offer. Everybody offer different things in the earth off their table. And so at the same time, just curiosity might take you out from around your table and you walk out into everybody else's table looking at and shopping from their table. But I'm just here to let you know that sometimes in this thing called life, you're going to have to circle back round, come back to your own table and sit with self, sit with your own table for a while. Let people shop off your table because you got something valuable to offer. And so they'll come and shop from your table. You just keep offering something valuable. You just keep being worthy. You just keep speaking altruism and words of advancements and words of appreciation, words of gratitude. Just keep having an attitude of gratitude. And your stuff will turn around. Did you hear me? I said, organize your own table. I got to go, y'all. And so I just came by this morning as Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought provoker. I've said anything that has triggered you or that has, giving you ability to triumph over anything that might be considered an obstacle. I'm just here to let you know that if you look at that same thing that you once considered an obstacle, if you look at it from a different perspective, you might see it as an opportunity. All you gotta do is change your perspective. Did you hear me? All you have to do is change your perspective, man. You once seen one thing as an obstacle, and now you see it as an opportunity. And so at the same time, there's a different shift. There's a different mindset shift that happened when you seen it differently. So there's mindset shifting that happens throughout this whole entire earth. And the shift is here. You're going to have to move forward with your shift. One thing that once served you no longer even have the ability to do so anymore. Just understand that you must be connected to it, but yet disconnected from it. I got to go, y'all. It's been a pleasure to stop in this morning, chime in with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I am Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. I'm your health-conscious coach, your intellectual content creator. I'm also your podcast professor. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be good. Hey, peace and blessings, TikTok. Thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning, Tanya. Tanya, thank you for chiming in with me this morning. Y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Facebook, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, YouTube.